Most senior managers dream of having a truly interdependent departments. Department heads that collaborate and support each other. Department heads that have each other's back. But more often than not, they end up with silos. Everybody is busy with their part and avoid getting involved outside their own boundaries. But why does that happen? Well, I think it has to do with not quite grasping the crucial difference between being held responsible and taking responsibility. The difference is sometimes hard to wrap our head around conceptually, but let me try and give you an example. We have these weekly management meetings. A customer sent us a written complaint about something that went horribly wrong. The knee-jerk response is to determine who was responsible for that, and then we nail them. But in a complex environment, the challenge is that placing blame on just one department or one person really makes sense. Around the table are colleagues who will be relieved that they're not in the firing line just now, but if they're honest, they're thinking, yes, I did see that problem coming, or I did hear something about that and maybe I should have flagged it. So maybe it could have been prevented if others had gotten more involved. But it was outside their boundaries, and so they did nothing. You see, the more we hold a person responsible, the more they will be inclined to define their footprint, if you like, as small as possible. The more they can define as being outside of their responsibility, the better. The easier and the safer a life they end up having. And that is how silos are created. They are a result of over-focus on individual responsibility in a complex world. Instead, when the complaint lands on our desk, we don't try and place a blame. Instead, we ask, what could we have done to avoid this happening? What are we going to do to make sure this doesn't happen again? It's in that crucial we that we recognize the interdependence. We recognize that most of what we do is complex and that we are interdependent and mutually responsible for each other. It's rarely just someone's fault. It's generally our fault. We screwed up. Now, don't get me wrong. It may be a simple issue and a department head will raise their hand and say, let's not waste too much time on that today. That was my fault. I screwed up. This is what happened. This is what I'm going to do to fix it. And this is what I'm going to do to make sure it doesn't happen again. Great. End of story. Next item. But that, my friend, is the crucial difference between a group of people we hold responsible and a team where they take responsibility. And it's a culture difference more than anything else. Created by us. If you've enjoyed this, you might find more bits and pieces, inspiration on my website, mikehonan.com/library, where I have bits and pieces that help good managers become great leaders. Enjoy. I look forward to seeing you there.